So, hello everybody, welcome back to another Red Alert 3 cast. I haven't done one of these in a while. I don't really do upload casts that often now because I've got a lot of projects in the background that I'm doing, unfortunately. Well, it's not that unfortunate, but still. I'm trying to keep up with doing these casts on the channel. So today, I bring you a Red Alert 3 game on Infinity Isle. No amazing maps here. This is pretty much the same map as like all the other casts that I've done, because Infinity Isle is pretty popular. I mean, it's a decent map, but there's no variation, unfortunately. So this is what you get. So we have an allies player down at the bottom left. This is going to be killabear, and this is going to be YOLO, is it? No, it's old. Yeah, it's old. Right, okay. So it's old. So it's allied mirror, and we've got old in the top right as a red, and we've got killabear in the bottom left as a green. At least they're going to be easy to tell apart because they're opposite colours. That's the thing I like. So we've got both. Wow, we've got a dual barracks opening from killabear. He's going to be confident. We're going to be going for that early tier 1 push down through the middle of the map. By the way, we do have old going for an airfield opener here, which is basically, we've got both these players going for 2 different allied openings at the same time. So this will be very interesting to see. I think the allied one that's doing the airfield, it wouldn't actually be very good because you haven't really got a strong counter for these infantry forces that are proceeding along the middle of the map. So he has, unfortunately, got to sell that, which he has, and he probably will be building a barracks right down in front of the map very shortly now. The building is almost ready, whatever he's making. I think is that an airfield he's making? Hopefully he's not built another airfield. That'd be stupid. There we go. Now he's walling off the forces here so that they won't get to the base as much as possible. They just, oh, he's trying to trap him in there. That's quite a good play there. But I mean, it does leave you quite open. The walls are your only defense, so if they do go down too quickly, then, well, you've lost, haven't you? Ooh, Harvester comes out. The infantry just scampers out of that little gap there, just so that they get to survive and things. That was close. A couple of Riptides harassing the infantry here. Nice micro coming from old. He is going to be keeping them alive a little bit. Naval Yard continuing to produce the amphibious vehicles. One of them almost go down. 2 of them almost go down. The refinery is now destroyed. The economy on that one side has collapsed, and the MCB will be moving towards the infantry. Yep, and the sea will be continuing to fire Riptides. I don't know if killabear wants to tech switch right now. It probably would be a good idea, and he will actually be tech switching to air this time. This is going to be a good play because you've got a lot of vehicles down on the map anyway. You want to be able to get rid of them in a few shots. But unfortunately for killabear, he's got a lot of peacekeepers and not a lot of javelin soldiers, so he hasn't got a great anti-vehicle defense. And old has put down his MCP again. He will be producing more things later. Here we go. First Vindicator will be taking out the lower HP Riptide there. I'm not too sure whether he takes out the injured one or the full one. I mean, most of them have been repaired, but I mean, if you take out the injured one, that means you have one less. But if you take out the full ones are really what you want to be worried about. The injured ones you can probably take out with the infantry, to be honest, and that's what I would have done. But then again, you now have 3 Riptides instead of 5 like you did before. I don't actually know if Riptides go down in one shot. I think they actually do. I think Riptides actually get destroyed in one volley. Javelins will be attacked from behind here. They won't be able to put on enough damage for any of the Riptides to get destroyed. There we go. Well, that Riptide just got finished off by the Vindicators. And there we go. There goes the rest of the forces here, but it does buy old a lot of time to build up his forces quite dramatically here. The MCB has been moved to the shoreline. Walls are still getting used here, but even though he's successfully pushed back these forces, he has had to slow down quite a bit because he's had to worry about doing that very dangerous air opener. I mean, he's putting back on resources a lot, and especially seeing as that refinery got destroyed once. Killabear is going to be slowly building that force up. He's got dual airfields now, so that's going to be very worrying for old. Here come the Vindicators. They're going to be taking out the barracks. Oh no, I thought he would have gone for the construction yard. I wanted to call it a war factory there. Thought he would have gone for the MCV there, I think that was a little bit of a missed opportunity. Of course, you want to get rid of the anti-air, but still, I mean, unpacked MCVs are a lot weaker than if they're structured form, and you can build the barracks really quickly anyway. But I suppose getting rid of one of them does suppress the anti-air at least a little bit, but it doesn't suppress it that much. The Vindicators, I don't know how many Vindicators did actually go down. Oh, does he still have 4? I think he still has 4 right now. But I don't actually think that Old will be able to really have a good counter for these, apart from just infantry spam, because that's the cheapest option he has right now, and already Killabear is going for the kill, or at least harassing the MCV right now. And that's going to put him back again a bit more. There goes the Cryo Beam, but it will completely miss all these Peacekeepers here. I mean, he's not sending a lot of Peacekeepers towards the towards Old's forces. That's because he hasn't really got many. But there we go. He's now gone 3, but still, I mean, Old really hasn't got much of a chance right now. He's got 2 refineries, but he hasn't teched up at all. He's not got a lot in the way of firepower. Killabear, however, has got to tier 2, as you can see by the 2 pips on the top of the building there, and he has got air with him as well. He's just put out a naval yard, so this shouldn't take too much longer, although there's a lot of infantry that he's just walking into. He does take out the refinery, but one of the Vindicators do go down. I mean, that massive infantry spam will slow Old down a little bit. No, Killabear down a little bit, but Old is going to be repairing his MCB with the engineer, which is fair enough, but I don't think these forces should be like straying away from the MCB right now. He should try and protect them as much as possible, and yeah, just try and sell the walls as well. And get rid of that one Peacekeeper. Ignore the javelins. He's probably putting them up there so that in case any Vindicators come along, he can just snipe them. Not a bad play. But here comes a war factory. He's probably Killabear's probably gonna put out some IFVs or something. Oh no, Riptides. Riptides make more sense. Yeah, that makes sense because he hasn't got a barracks, so he can't put like Peacekeepers in there to change the guns to an anti-infantry one. So Riptides are the best choice. However, there are actually a fewer javelins than there are Peacekeepers by like 2 or 3. So maybe if he did have enough Riptides, he'd be able to swarm the infantry forces and take back the middle of the map. Now Old has managed to expand to this area over here. The building will be cleared out, unfortunately. Oh wow, all the forces died. But at least that's better than having forces in firing at yours. And the oil derrick taking some is going to be destroyed actually. Very unfortunate. And a massive infantry force coming from Old. How much damage is he going to do? We will find out in a second. Here comes one lonely Peacekeeper being chased by the red. A couple of Riptides backing up that one infantry force. Here comes a Cryo Beam. The scatter's being used on Old's forces, but it's not enough. The Cryo Beam does not do enough damage. But his forces are getting harassed quite a lot. The barracks will go down, but that won't really push him back too much. The war factory is a better target, and he will be advancing to that very quickly here. But there you go, Vindicators on the top here, trying to distract the forces for as long as possible. But because it isn't going to take that long for them to just absolutely shred through this war factory. Here comes a couple more bombs as well. The Riptides nicely shredding off this infantry. They'll still be going down rather quickly because of how many. Oh my god, there's an MCV. Jesus Christ, he is going aggressive here right now. Is he even going to be burning our barracks and just capturing everything? My goodness, he probably could actually. I'm not going to deny that fact. Wow, what a turnaround. That was not expected at all. I thought he would have actually gone down. It turns out that he actually lasted quite a long time and he's actually just completely destroying his opponent. That's very good. But now the problem lies, he's going to have to build another airfield, which is an expensive building to get to the sea there. Unless he builds a war factory and gets some artillery out, like get some Athena cannons. But there comes an aircraft carrier. That's definitely going to help with the anti-old movement. But there's another naval yard. That's going to have some hydrofuels. That was about it, yeah. Hydrofuels is the name of that unit. And this little aircraft carrier will be doing some damage to the infantry here, but it's not going to be a huge amount. At least he's going to have some units to back it up a little bit. And here comes a Riptide as well, probably getting slaughtered. Oh no, actually. 3 javelins here. Oh my goodness, the naval yacht just gets deleted off the sea there. Cryocopters. Oh wow, okay. How the hell? Okay, he actually trained a aircraft carrier and sent it all the way up here. I didn't even notice that, but there we go. So he's just clearing up the seas here and whatever land that's closest to the aircraft carrier. But I don't know. I really don't. Considering that Old almost got destroyed, but now he's on top of his opponent. I'm not actually sure who's going to win. Both of them seem pretty low on resources, but if they play their cards right, they could do a lot of damage to each other. But I don't know what they can do at this point. The MCV looks quite damaged. Really, Old needs to strike a blow against that to really do some hefty damage. And then the airfield, and then that will be down. I mean, these two structures here are all that's keeping Killabear alive, and that's really that's what's important right now. He should be getting as much as possible, but Killabear is just heading around the outside across the waters. Not too sure what he's planning exactly. And we do have a few sea units just floating away from that naval yard. A lot of varied aircraft going over Old's base here. Is going to be eliminating an expansion. It's pretty much just clearing it out. I don't know if he's going to risk an MCV move right to the opposite side of the map. It may be the case, actually, but we'll see. I mean, because his MCVs are damaged quite a lot, and it looks like Old is coming in for an attack. Here comes some Dolphins. It's going to be reducing the power quite a bit here. And the Hydra Force nicely taking care of the aircraft, and this might be the swift killing move that Old is looking for. Here comes the MCV move. He's going to be unpacking, heading straight to shore. And the naval yard does get built as well. He's going to be trying to desperately put down some other sea units here. And the hydrofoils from Killabear are jamming the other hydrofoils from his enemy, which is quite cool there. MCB unpacked back on land again. But the MCB Old has just deleted itself out of existence. I don't know if it got destroyed or something, or he sold it. But I don't think that was the best move. If he did sell it. If it was destroyed, then fair enough. But now he's only got one naval factory. And that's it. If that gets destroyed, it's game over. And it looks like the Killabear may actually get the upper hand, possibly? I don't know. There's a lot of infantry protecting it. I mean, that's obviously what you want to do. But, oh god. Both of these players hanging on by very thin threads. It looks like Killabear has got more threads than his opponent. There goes the airfield. The naval port's next. But now... what was it? Killabear will be back to square one once that's dead. Freezing of this seaport here will at least delay the production of Old here by quite a bit. This is going to be very close, it looks like. Both players are down a lot in production, except Old has got a few more units, and I don't know who's going to win. It looks like Old at the moment is going to win. The Red Allies player is going to win. Because he has got a seaport, he has got way more units, but Killabear's kept his aircraft carrier and his few hydrofoils. But oh no, the hydrofoils are gone. That's his only unit. Poor bastard, he's gonna lose that heroic aircraft carrier. That would have helped, but I think that it's gonna be game over for Killabear. I don't know how he can actually get out of this one. The infantry will chase down the MCV a lot quicker than he can actually put out units. So, and he can't actually engage units directly, because they can just move out the way. The MCV is really slow. So I think it's going to be game over for Killabear, but I would love it if he just pulled something out of his hat and made something happen. That would have been pretty epic. It's a shame you can't really speed replays up like you can in Supreme Commander. Otherwise we could be here a while. I don't know what Killabear's going to do exactly, but hopefully he could try and turn this around. I doubt he will. All the circumstances are against him right now, and it looks like he's going to be destroyed very soon. I mean, I don't know what is the MCD is just running away, and yeah, Owl's just remembered about these walls here. He doesn't need them anymore, but he's not going to build too much. He needs to keep the pressure on this MCV. He's not going to need to get the MCV back in the water. But here comes the